Okay, question 1 is a times table again, 7 times 6. You can see I've written the times tables down. Question 2, I was being a bit mean here with the Friday trickiness. 2/5 add 8/10. So it's seeing if you recognise that 8/10 is the equivalent of 4/5. Once you saw that that was equivalent, it's easy to add 4 and 2 and have 6/5, which would be 1 1/5. Question 3 is a sequence again. This time the sequence is going up in, it's going up in quarters. So we'd get to 1 and then it'll be 1 1/4 and 1 1/2. Question 4 was another one where I was being mean and trying to catch you out. Did you realise that it said 3:20 in the morning? So to go to 24-hour clock, you don't need to add the 12 hours because it's the morning. The 12 hours have not been yet, so it's just 3:20. And question 5, 3/6 of 36. Two ways you can do it. You can either find 1/6 by dividing 36 by 6 and then multiplying that by 3, which gives you an answer of 18. Or you can notice that 3/6 is equivalent to a half, and half of 36 is 18. Well done there, you early birds, done. Okay, if we're looking at solving this problem, 740 take away something is going to end up with 320. So really we're looking for what would add together to 320 to make 740. What are the two compartments there that would give us our starting number? The best way to work that out is we know that it ends up with this number. We need to take that away and see what we've got left, and then we'll know what's missing. So we need to do 740. Take away 320. What does that equal? 0 take 0 is 0. 4 take away 2 is 2. 7 take away 3 is 4. So now we've got 740 take away 420 equals 320. And here's the important bit. Really, although you've done that and you're probably fairly confident and secure in your working out, the best way is just to check it. And the way we check it is to use the inverse of the takeaway. Because if we add these two numbers together, put them back together as one, they should add up to this 740. So let's check it. Not sure we even need to do this as a written calculation, but just to model how it would happen, let's have a go. 420 add 320 equals 0 add 0 is nothing, 2 add 2 is 4, 4 add 3 is 7. We've checked, we've got 740 as the amount of it all together, so we know that that is right. So the question mark equaled 420. Have a think with this, particularly if you can't see the video. 740 take away something is 320. Let's think about how would we get to that end number? What's the missing part? The two numbers together, the question mark and the 320, have to add together to make 740. So if we take the 320 away from the 740, is that going to help? Okay, for this one, it's similar, but possibly with less steps. So this is something, add 250 equals 800. So what is it asking us to do? What are we going to need to do to find the value of this question mark? Well, we know that two things put together end up as this. So what about if we take this away from the end product? That's going to tell us what we're left with. Let's try it. So we're going to start with 800. Again, you might not need to do a written calculation for this, but it might just help some of you remember, and it's good practice to get really into that rhythm of these calculations. So we're going to do 800 and we're going to take the 250 away from it. 250 equals, so 0 take 0 is 0. Nothing take away 5. Going to have to exchange one of these hundreds into the tens column. Whoops. So I'm going to take 100 away, and that will leave us 700 in that column. And we're going to exchange that into here, which is going to make 10 tens. So 10 take away 5 is 5. 7 take away 2 is 5. 550. So I think my question mark equals 550, but I'm going to check it just like we did on the last one. And the way I'll check it is I'll now do that calculation, 550 add 250, and make sure it does equal 800. So let's do that. 550 add 250. Always start with the ones column. 0 add 0, 0 add 0 is 0. 5 add 5 is 10. So a 0 comes into the column, and I need to remember to put my 1 up there ready. I know some of you like to put your 1 here. That's fine, that's okay, as long as you remember and don't lose it down there. 5 add 2 is 7. With the extra 1 is 8. So now we know we are correct because those two numbers added together do make 800, but I had to do my takeaway to find it out. So the question mark equals 550, and we've checked it, so I know it's right. To answer the first question, we're going to have to look at what they've put as the answer, 275. If we take that away from the start number, we will find out what's missing, but remember to check it. The second question, question mark plus 350 equals 780. So we know we need to end with 780. 350 add what makes 780? Well, if we take the 350 away from 780, we'll know what's left. Have a go. This time we need to find out what the start number is. So something, take away 298 equals 346, sorry. So you're going to need to use the inverse. Instead of taking away, we're going to add those numbers together. So 298 add 346 is going to give you what you started with at the beginning. I think you're going to need the inverse for this one, don't you? Remember the opposite calculation.